Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Jake from Anderson Bros Outdoors. Today we are going to be installing a Reef Micro 99 into the TRX4M. Stay tuned. I did actually just install the light kit before I pull this apart, so I'll show that to you. We've got the front and the rear. You can see this was $65.99 at my local hobby shop. Look at that goodness. Got a sticker, some servo horns, and the servo itself. Whew. That is a nice piece. So I did forget my tools, so we are forced to utilize regular Allen wrenches today. First thing I'm going to do is unplug the servo. And let's see, run it through here. Whew! That was quite the pain. So now we've got it out. There we go. Alright. I'm going to take the horn off. Of course, that's a different size. And there it is. So you can see doesn't quite work. So let's try this horn on here on the Micro 99, and as always, Traxxas has made the horn proprietary, so you can see the difference here, which is problematic. Let's do a quick initial test fit here to see if we can get the servo in there. And it does look like we will have to do some slight trimming. The servo does appear to fit. And actually, I think I'm going to take the servo mount off so we get a little better look. Pull the servo bracket off, and hey, what are you doing, huh? Do you need some pants? All right, break time's over. We're going to zero these out, and we're going to weigh each of them. And see the difference here. So it looks like the left side, which is the Micro 99 Reef servo, excuse me, is 21 grams, and the stock one is 12 grams or 11.9. All right, back to what we were doing here. So the Reef's is slightly longer than the Traxxas servo, so we will have to do a little clearancing in here. So I will do that real quick. It's not pretty, but it does work. Again, go very slow, make one pass at a time. You don't really want to break the servo mount, but at the same time, you know, you want to make sure you take off enough material to make it work, which is what I've done here. So, all right, the servo mount is back in place. Let's see what we have for horns here. All right, so looks like we're going to try this horn out here. It does look pretty close to what we need. So let's get the servo back in the mount. And it looks like one of the other things that we're going to need to do before it will mount is we do need to trim the flat spot, or the spot here, trim this little piece off. So we'll just use the everything for one for everything tool, and it is off the front. Just like that, we are good to go. Let's put the servo back in. Problem number 2. Does not look like these bolts go in between here, so we're going to have to fix that. I really don't want to use these screws. All right, so the solution to this problem, you can see here the screw does now fit, is to grab a little sandpaper, put it in a vise of some sort, and again, take small portions at a time until the screw does fit. All right, so let's mount the servo in again. And I can see one issue already potentially, and that issue is going to be this cable is not going to be long enough because it does face the front. So we will see how that will work. We might have to route it differently. But for the time being, let's just go ahead and get the servo screwed in. All right, so that is screwed down. I'm going to put the shock back in place. Alright, so let's go ahead and plug this in really quickly. set to 0 on it. Alright, so you're going to want to drink a big old can of woosah before you try and put this thing on. And here is the next problem. We can't get the screw in there. Sweet. Alright, so let's see here. And it looks like everything is good to go. Alright, so we're ready to mount this. However, there is a slight issue of the space difference. You can't really see it very well, but there is space, like it would have to go way up there, so we're gonna have to figure out some sort of spacer to go and bridge that gap. Alright, so we've got it drilled out. I do have the spacers. We're gonna try and install said spacers and see how this works. Too much spacer. I take one out. Just use one. Alright, so it's in there. It is working. It's tight. Screw is going through it. Let's give it an initial test. And we are snappy. Alright folks, to review here, we did change out the servo. This stock Traxxas servo bit the dust. Guessing the gear stripped out. I'll keep it. Probably order some more gears and rebuild it. So we did install the Reef's Micro 99 servo. A couple things to note. Again, it is not a one-for-one swap. You do have to do some trimming. So you have to trim the actual servo mount to make sure that, because the Reef servo is actually a little longer than the Traxxas one, stock for stock. And then additionally, the wire is a lot shorter, and it does come out of the front, in front, instead of the front top of the servo. So you do see we're going to have to work on some type of wire routing for that. Not super concerned about it because I should actually be getting my brushless set up before long. So it is what it is. And then additionally, the horn is different. So the gear sizes are different. Sorry, the cat's back again. So basically what that looks like is, you can see here, this is the stock servo versus the Reef servo. It does not fit. The gear is bigger. So there will be some modification you'll have to do. Again, it is not a direct fit. If you're not comfortable with the modification, I would highly suggest getting the Traxxas Metal Gear Servo. I think they are $49.99 maybe. I'd have to validate. I'll link it in the description below, along with the Reef's servo below. And again, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if not. You know, it is what it is. So, well, say, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching.